Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 7th Rule Star Trek Convention Series. We are joined, as always, with your stars, Aaron Eisenberg and Sirach Lofton of Deep Space Nine fame and other cool stuff. My name is Ryan T. Husk. We are joined today by Hope Vaselovic, all the way from North Carolina. How are you, Hope?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So right before we started, Sirach said, I always see you at the Star Trek Convention. Tell us more, Sirach.
Yes, and I always see you, Hope, at the Star Trek conventions. And as that picture behind you, Ryan, you know, you're a small, petite person that likes to hop around with a lot of energy.
Is that like a perspective you have about small, petite people?
No, it's just Hope in particularly. She has a lot of energy, is always smiling, in a good mood, and, you know, she brings cheer with her when I see her, so...
He's right. She gives the best hugs. She has the best smiles. She's always got this positive, loving, compassionate energy. And here
Huge
she is,
energy.
Rod Roddenberry and her husband, Jim. How many Star Trek conventions have you gone to, Hope?
3.
3 so far.
Yep.
Wow, only 3, and yet your impact is that strong?
It is. And that's, I thank Ryan for that because he reached out to me years ago and it just bloomed from there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I also know that one of our past guests, Angie Long, who has that her TV station that she does social media managing for, has that contest where you can win tickets, and you won tickets
2018.
or last year.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That was your third one?
That was my third one. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I entered my name for this year. So maybe, but
Any luck we'll have it.
ooh, I don't know. It'd be tough.
I feel bad. I bought like 20, and I'm going to buy more next week.
He's stacking the deck, and he's going anyway.
And I'm going anyway. I'm such a jerk.
Well, why don't you just send me one or a couple?
Yeah, if you're lucky. If you're
If
lucky.
I'm lucky. Well, I've been pretty lucky lately.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I've
And
been lucky.
what?
No, go ahead.
I
And
know.
what? You said and?
Who, me?
Yeah, I heard an and.
I don't know. I forgot.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. No, but Hope, you've got to tell us, because this is a question I know I've never asked you, but I do ask this of everybody. What is your favorite Star Trek series?
Deep Space Nine.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I
Yes. Thank you, Aaron.
my first
Sarah.
convention in 2014, I came specifically to meet all of the DS9 cast members, and it was when I first met Sirach and Aaron. I was a little disappointed that Avery canceled, but it was nice to be able to spend time with you guys and the rest of the DS9 cast. I had a great time.
And you know, it's interesting. Sirach is spot on when he says I was surprised when you said only 3 conventions, because I had the same feeling that I've kind of been seeing you for years. You know, I mean, not 3 conventions, much longer than that. And it does call upon what Sirach said about your energy and what you give at the convention. And I kind of wanted to touch upon what you said about Ryan just a few minutes ago, because he was surprised by that. And what that is a theme that seems to, and what that tells me is a theme that's going through every person we're speaking to the family that Star Trek creates. Not only does it create families for us as actors, and then being part of the family of the fans and the people that have watched and love the show, but also for the fans of the show. And it's kind of an amazing, it's an amazing dynamic that Star Trek creates. And what I got a few minutes ago from you was how important Ryan's connection with you, or what he did for you, meant for you. I don't know if it was too personal and we don't want to talk about it, but I think it's really kind of great. And it was nice to see Ryan go, oh, I didn't know that. And that's really wonderful. Those are the things to hear. You know what I mean?
It's not too personal. I think of you guys as my family. And when I'm not able to go to the convention and see you guys, you know, it hurts my heart. But I am able to live through you guys through photos and videos of the convention. But when I do come to the convention, I'm so hyped and excited because I get to be with all of you guys, and you guys are all part of my family.
Walk us through how you got convinced to finally, you know, go to your first convention.
I think it was when, I can't remember. I just know that I think I got an email from Creation, and Jim and I, we watch Star Trek all the time, and I'm like, look at this. We actually went out and got a loan so we could go to our first convention.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
we were
just
so excited.
You just saw that email and you're like, okay, we got to go. There's too many people going to this thing.
Yep.
How awesome that you won one a couple of years later, or it would have been 2 years later that you won a ticket. It's kind of like, you know, the world come back saying, hey, let's help you out this year. Let's give you some love.
Yes. And you know, one of the funny things living over here in North Carolina is there is not any Star Trek fans here. I feel like I'm alone over here. So when Angie did that drawing in 2018 for the Star Trek convention, I entered my name, I entered Jim's name, and then a couple of my coworkers entered their names for me because they know how important Star Trek is to me. Actually, one of my friends, one of my coworkers, his name was pulled, and he gave me the ticket so I could go.
Big winner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big win. Do you remember that moment, Sirach?
Yeah, I remember when Old gave her that ticket so she could go, and I thought that was such a generous, special gift. What a nice, kind gesture. No, but you know what? You have good friends, and you have good people that care about you, and I'm sure that's only expanding as people get to know you and see your personality. It's, you know, it just came across as shocking to me that, you know, you've only been to 3 conventions, and yet your presence is so felt, and you're so recognizable. So I think that's just a testament to the energy you bring and, you know, the kind of person you are.
You
so
know,
I think, yeah.
Oh no, go
I
ahead.
appreciate that. Thank you.
It's interesting. We talk about how negative sometimes the impact of social media has in this world. And one of the things I feel, especially listening today, especially talking to William, who's a big part of the unofficial Star Trek Facebook group. Is that correct, Ryan? Did I say that right? And we talk about family and how important for many, many people this even this specific con, Star Trek Las Vegas, and there's cons all over the place. You know, there's some across the pond in the UK, a ton in Europe, and a ton across the United States for years, as well as Sirach and I have experienced since the show, and oftentimes people will look forward to, let's say, this big Star Trek Las Vegas convention so they can reconnect with all of their friends and family that they've made in the Star Trek world. And as Ryan mentioned with William in the previous episode we just did, that before getting there, there might be all this division on who loves Discovery, who doesn't like Discovery, who loves TNG, who doesn't like TNG. DS9's the best. Are you kidding? It's the worst. All this kind of stuff. But once everybody gets together, all that seems to kind of go away, and everybody's kind of back home, and it's like a recharging. It's like a very important part of people's lives that doesn't seem to get spoken about as much, I think. And I think that's kind of what Ryan's trying to do here by bringing you on and hearing your story and how this is so important, and the experiences you've had and how they've impacted your life. And social media, the point I was bringing that up is it keeps everybody still connected. So while you go to the con, you're like, oh, and then it's like camp, right? When we're kids and you see all your friends, and then you got to go away for a whole year, but you can stay connected. And I know that's how I've stayed connected to you over the last several years. So for me, it feels like you've been part of this family for since I began. I would have never thought that it was just 3 times at a convention at all. You know, it's fascinating to me.
I've got a question for you, Hope, real quick. If you've got somebody that's kind of in your shoes from a few years ago that was saying, you know, what's a Star Trek convention like? Is it something that's worth going to? And then you're kind of taking the position that, you know, that Ryan kind of had on you, which is like, dude, you got to go. It's so cool because X, Y, and Z. What would you say?
I would say that you need to go. You need to experience it. You meet so many people and you fall in love with so many people. They become your family. They're your friends, and they're there for you. I'm not going to mention anything, but you know, something that happened a couple of years ago. And when I won the tickets in 2018, I was ecstatic because I was going to see my family, and I needed it.
Yeah. And yep.
I like to say it's like a family reunion without the awkwardness.
Yeah. We're all awkward. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the convention, I just love to see everybody in person.
Mm-hmm.
Not just on the computer, not on Facebook or on the phone or anything, but just to see them in person just does something.
It's about connecting. You want to connect.
Yeah.
Does the fact that it's in Vegas add to it for you, or does it not really matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
So you don't do any gambling? Yeah.
Even if it
Don't
were
look
in
forward
Miami,
to the Kiss
you would
mini
go.
golf.
I don't do anything there except for hang with my friends and Star Trek.
Yeah.
Do you cosplay?
I kind of. I dress up in a uniform, but I don't do anything
That's
off
good
the
enough.
wall.
Have you
good
ever
enough.
wanted to? Have you ever had a desire to get into that more and play some characters and go to the convention as a particular character? And if so, what character have you always maybe wanted to cosplay?
Like that
I
question.
have wanted to be a Trill.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
Would you be a Trill holding the symbiote, or would it already be inside?
It'd already be in there.
See, I want to see somebody walking around holding the symbiote,
Holding,
just
yeah.
squirming in the hand. I'm just kidding. That's really sick. I'm sorry.
That's
was
pretty
weird.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was bad.
I'm trying to think of a good character she could cosplay now. Now I'm really thinking. I was thinking maybe if she chopped her hair, she could be like Kess. You know, there could be a Kess, but I don't know if that's a good fit. So I was.
Why a Trill, Hope? Why a Trill?
I think that a Trill, because Jadzia had a large impact on me on Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
A lot of,
Can I go further with that then? Why did Jadzia have such a huge impact on you from the show? So I'm assuming that was the character and perhaps the actor as well that you most gravitated towards on DS9. Yeah?
I did gravitate towards her because I think that she was able to do all these different persons or people, personalities. And she has experienced a lot in her life. And I think that little connection where I've experienced quite a bit in my life too. Happiness, sadness, loss.
It's fascinating to me how and why people connect to different characters. I never knew that about you. So I learned something new today. I didn't realize Dax was your character on DS9, the one you connected with the most. That's really neat. That's really neat.
And relatively simple to cosplay. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult for you to pull that off. I think a couple of spots down the neck, maybe walk with your hands behind your back as if you were, taking a stroll to the promenade.
That's it. Just put your hands behind your back, and you are
there
dancing.
it is. There it is.
I think I'm a little short, but
Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Okay,
I
well,
don't think that
that's how
matters when you
people
cosplay.
Wait a minute. She can still play Esri.
There you go.
yes, I could. Yes, I
So
could.
you can still get the trill thing going.
So
Yeah.
if people cosplay characters with just where they put their arms, which character am I cosplaying now?
Odo.
That's correct.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you.
I'm good at this. I'm good at the hands.
Who am I
acting.
cosplaying?
Home Alone.
Macaulay
There
Culkin.
you go. There you go. That's all I got to do. Walk around like that, and I can be,
Who am I cosplaying?
Yeah, Nog. Naughty Nog.
Naughty Nog. He's so jealous that he wasn't dancing. Oh, he's so jealous.
Oh, I was close enough.
Who am I cosplaying?
An asshole. An asshole.
Jake the writer.
Real
That's
asshole.
a great game.
I gotta think. And we know this one.
Name that character in one hand gesture.
That's brilliant. See what you brought out of us, Hope. You see what you brought out of us. Oh, that's great.
Up with hope, down with dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a line from Half Baked. Sorry. So,
No, but it's true.
Samson Simpson.
that's right. Samson. So we got to run, Hope, but we do look forward to seeing you at our free-for-all a little later. And we are going to keep, they're still practicing. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that you win the tickets from KGNG in Las Vegas, Nevada, and hopefully you'll win and we'll see you and give us tons of hugs and stuff.
I don't have any investment in the tickets, Hope. I have zero.
No, but we can cheer for you and pray for you. That's what we can do.
Thank you. I
we're ready for
appreciate
you.
it.
I hope we see you in Vegas. I hope you can make it.
Thanks for having me. I miss you guys.
You too. Bye, Hope. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye, Hope. Thank you.